Welcome everyone back to another episode of Custom Class, and for the first time in the entire series of videos, this one is actually early. Not on a Friday, on a Thursday. I thought it'd be good to upload it on a Thursday because hopefully there'll be some more Battlefield 4 news that I can cover on Friday, which would be probably a little bit more interesting to watch than this, so earlier is better. Otherwise, this episode is all about the USAS 12, if you haven't already figured that out. And the setup itself is pretty dang crazy, and this kind of series is all about crazy setups. And when something is especially crazy, it's pretty darn crazy. So you have the Irnv scope, extended mags, and yes, you've guessed it, frag rounds. Now, I'm not too hyped up on frag rounds. I don't particularly like them. I don't like them on any shotgun or anything you could possibly have them on. And putting them on the USAS 12 especially is completely terrible. It's completely useless. Because first of all, the USAS 12 itself with buckshot rounds has trouble killing people, and that's probably the most power you could ever get out of the weapon. You could probably struggle killing a frog or a fly with this weapon, if you could hit a fly, of course. But anyway, putting frag rounds on this weapon doesn't do it any favors whatsoever. You can have trouble killing people because it takes nearly 7 to 8 rounds to actually destroy someone. And you would think, because you're firing these effective nuke grenades at someone, which in slow motion look pretty dang cool, and they're pretty big explosions as well. So the splash damage is not only massive, but you would think you would just rip limbs and arms and faces off people when you just shoot them. And first of all, if we do remember back in the day when the USAS massacre happened, it did actually do that. 1 to 2 shots would kill someone. Not at close range, but all the way over there, like 100, 200 meters away, bang, he's dead. And okay, that was overpowered, admittedly, but now it's just useless. There's no point using this gun whatsoever. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the other attachments on this gun. First of all, extended mags. That's pretty much obvious. You have to have extended mags to make this gun really effective, because as I've said, 7 to 8 rounds to kill someone is a lot, and even if you do go point blank, it takes maybe 4 to 5 shots. That's a lot. And if you don't have extended mags, you have maybe 7, 8 shots, which you're using practically your whole mag to kill someone. The reload on this gun, on the other hand, isn't tiny by any stretch of the imagination. It's pretty large, so you do have to kind of time your reloads pretty well. Now, the Irnv scope is an attachment you wouldn't normally put on any gun, let alone a shotgun, with frag rounds. Now, it didn't become useful at trying to take people at range or just using it as a scope itself. It became useful for kind of the effect a binocular would have, to spot people, sniper, scope glints, and flashes off gun barrels, because if there was a bipod guy, you may not be able to see him, but you could see the flash of the weapon. So that became useful to kind of illuminate that and maybe put rounds down at range, try and shoot them or run at them, and again try and shoot them, again failing miserably. But I don't want to make this gun sound too terrible, even though it is pretty awful. It was a lot of fun to use, and even though I do say that for most setups, this one was very, very interesting, and things that I find interesting usually excite me extremely well. So this gun was entertaining, at least, because firing frag rounds at someone will just launch them into the sky, especially if they're prone. As you may have seen at the beginning of the video, that made me laugh so hard, it was unbelievable. Just he's prone in the corner or behind that forklift truck, and I just shoot him, he goes flying, soaring up into the sky. Those moments in Battlefield do not get old, and that's generally why frag rounds become as entertaining as they are, even though they were pretty useless. Either way, I would recommend you try this setup out, as it was a lot of fun and definitely a laugh to use. Because these days, in Battlefield 3 at least, we don't see difference that often. It's usually M16, AEK with the common weapons and common attachments. So try this weapon out, have a laugh at least, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.